Now, I've been covering this situation with this young girl, Sharonda Hatter, where we seen her and her daughter and her son get packed out by some kids, right? We saw that these children jumped on her. The city came out. The city is marching. Everybody's upset. Politicians want to get involved. The mayor is speaking on it. It's went viral. People all over the country is talking about this, right? And I've been talking about the culture within the black community, right? Part of the culture, right? And why are these children doing this? What is it that they're seeing that they're emulating that's making them think that it's cool to do this kind of stuff? Now, mind you, this woman, Sharonda, was she's the mother of these two children. Sharonda Hatter, she's sickly. She's dealing with sickle cell anemia, right? So when people saw her, they said, well, why didn't she fight back while she's weak? She's been in and out of the hospital. The woman is very sickly. But one thing that I just saw that I don't like, and I'm showing this now, y'all got to pardon me, man, I'm coming down with like a flu or something. But what I noticed was one of the children that's mixed up in this situation, and the only reason why I'm playing this now because it's viral, it's everywhere now, and the mother got the child to go online to speak her piece, to explain what happened, instead of keeping that child's identity offline. And I know that there's no father there, because this is just idiotic and stupid. Like, why would you put your children online to all of us out there to see that with this egregious act that they're being charged with? Mind you, these are not teenagers. These are children, right? So the mom, she props her child up there, to explain her side of the story, and she came on by saying this.
I want y'all to meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant, and I was wrong for everything.
It's okay, Kamira.
For everything that I did. And I was just being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got. And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I feel bad because
It's okay.
I gotta go through so much. But I wish I would never did what I did.
Do you have anything to say? I think her name is Shauna.
I was a bit. People think. Somebody I'm not. I'm a different person than that.
I think everybody, we've all seen the video. Everybody's been sharing it. The public outcry is definitely there. And we're all on the same accord that I think more so than anything, we want everybody to understand that this is a child. All of them children that was in that video was children. Some of them, not all of them, may have families, but this baby here, she has a family that cares, that loves her, that has held her accountable. She understands what is going on, and I don't expect her to speak. We do not expect her to speak as we are going to speak because she's a child. What grade are you in, Kamira?
8th.
She's in 8th grade.
What grades do you get?
A's and B's, and I was homecoming queen. I'm the captain of the cheerleading team.
And you know that.
And I know I'm a better person than what I was yesterday. And I can make a difference.
And you will make a difference, right?
I will make a difference.
Okay. So whoever laughing, whatever that's about, I want y'all to know that this baby, as well as all the other babies that's in that video, are very much our future. So if we laughing at them, we laughing at ourselves. So we want to make sure that we check that and that we be present, and that those people that are not on the ground, those people that are scared of our young kids, that we get out here and we touch them, that we let them know that we here, that we got something to say, that we care about them, that they have more resources than they know, and that we are available to them.
And know that it takes a village. It takes a village to raise all these kids. This is not just one person's fight. This all, and I want you to know, Kamara, this is not all on you. You taking your responsibility of the role that you played in this. And she know the role that she played in this. And I want y'all to know that this is not the kid that she is, nor will she let the internet turn her into a kid that y'all gonna try to say she is. So we are cooperating with investigation, or whatever needs to happen will happen.
And I think we had a pretty honest conversation today, right?
Yeah.
And you understand, like, it's okay to be smart. You're smart. You get A's and B's. You the captain of the cheerleading team. You was homecoming queen. You don't have to be bad just because you think it's cool. You don't have to do what other people do. Right? This don't define you. You are wrong. But this is not your end all be all. You can come back from this.
And you will come back from this.
You will come back from this. And everybody, like, give these parents and these kids, let's give them, the kids, a little grace. Let's get to the bottom of this. This is an issue in our community. This is why the term a village, it takes a village. It's a lot for a parent. I'm not a parent, but it's a lot for a parent. Like, let's let these kids take accountability, but let's not dog these kids. These are kids.
And let's make sure that we explain to these kids why it's wrong. A lot of these kids are each other influences. And it's so easy to say, oh, they being raised wrong. No, sometimes kids are being raised right. This child, she being raised right. She's being raised correctly. Peer pressure is something. We all experienced it. Peer pressure is something. We all experienced it. So we're not going to try to somehow take ourselves out of the equation.
And also, we can start an initiative. I think we're going to work with Kamara to start maybe a bullying campaign or something to raise more awareness, to let everybody know that this is serious. She know it's serious and that this not okay. So, yeah, and we'll definitely have some bullying, anti-bullying, even anti-peer pressure. It's all the same. It's all one and the same. So
this is Chicago. It's a big city.
Yeah.
And we all we got.
But you,
let's
also
be a
know,
real village.
but you also know you make your own decisions. Mm-hmm. When you get in trouble, you in trouble. You don't get to fall back on it because you're a kid. Yeah, we all know that, but you still have to put your best foot forward. You still got to do the best that you can. You still cannot put your hands on people, feet on people, or none of that. The only time you need to be putting your hands on somebody is if they touch you. Other than that, your hand's supposed to be on your side.
I just want to say this.
So there's a whole lot of things wrong with this. For first, they're saying it takes a village, but I don't got no kids, but it takes a village, right? You got a whole bunch of women on there. The one woman, the light-skinned woman on the left with the hood on, she, you know, I can see what's going on here, right? And why this situation is happening. They're talking about her accomplishments that she did, where she just committed a crime, right, against kids, and she's in the 8th grade. She's in the 8th grade. It should be way more accountability coming from these parents in the way that they're dealing with the child. Number one, and number two, they should have never put the child online. They should protect their child's image. This is something now that's going to follow this child for a very long time because you got a dumbass mom. You went and put your child online and mixed up with something like this. They're going to be able to pull this footage years. This is going to follow her now because there's no logic in the house. All emotion. There's no logic. There's no, hold on, wait a minute. I'll put my baby on there. No, she did something real messed up. We got to be accountable. We got to deal with that. We can reach out to the family. We can do all those things. But as far as putting her image out there online with these words and doing that, that's idiotic. We can't do that. There's no structure in that house. You can clearly see that there's no structure in there. And I'm calling it for what it is, right? This little girl was out of line. Her life ain't over. Can she be redeemed? Absolutely. She's a child with an undeveloped brain. I work with children, so I see this all the time. I get it, right? But what she did was something horrible, and she needs to understand the severity of her actions, what she's done, so it can be corrected. Because I'm sure for her to have the heart to do something like that, this ain't the first time that she's done something like this or talked like this. I wonder how they communicate inside that household with all those women like that. I don't know, but people came out to march to talk about this, and the news reported this.
Tonight, a school community outraged after students allegedly attack a mother walking her kids home from school. Extra security and more adults outside of Bright Elementary School as students left for the day today. This after an attack 24 hours earlier on a parent. City officials and CPS administrators were at the school most of the day.
It's horrifying, particularly for the young children, to know that they're going to have to live with that trauma for the rest of their lives.
The focal point here is how we support the family and the community, and we got to try to make sure things like this don't happen again.
Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows the attack. You see the woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, where the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We've also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. Today, dozens of people came out to support the mom who allegedly reported to the school her son was being bullied for 2 years. Some parents at the school did not want to be on camera.
It's nothing new that's been going on, and a lot of the parents need to be held accountable. Them kids need to be held accountable.
Mayor Johnson issued a statement saying, in part, we must redouble our efforts to teach our young people that violence is never an acceptable response. Our students and families should always feel safe on their way to and from school, and we must make the critical investments necessary to make that a reality in every part of our city.
It's an outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as a school, and this could have been prevented if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still need to be done. Something need to be done to the kids that jumped on them, some type of justice.
Sources tell us some students will be questioned. However, investigators are using great sensitivity, we're told, because those to be questioned are minors. Meanwhile, CPS tells us they are working to support the victims of the attack, and city officials tell us they are working to try and find another location for this family to live. In the South Deering neighborhood, Leah Hope, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay. Now, let me say this as a youth counselor. Kids with undeveloped brain don't fully understand the consequences of actions the way adults do. They act off impulse. This is sad because it was caught on video. It's sad if it's not caught on video. But we got to remember that these are still children. These are not grown-ups that's committing these egregious acts. And something has to be done. But I want to say this because it's not the school's fault. It's not the school. Stop blaming the school. It's the culture within the communities that we come from. It's the people. Children are like sponges. They absorb the things that they see and they manifest those behaviors. Whether it's coming from the household, outside, at auntie's house, at uncle's house, they are seeing these debaucherous behaviors and they're acting it out. Mind you, Chicago's a gang city. What do these kids see when they live in GD neighborhood, BD neighborhood, Black Stones neighborhoods, right? Vice lords, four corner hustlers. When they live in those neighborhoods, Latin Kings and all those different groups, huh? What are they seeing? What are they seeing? What are they copying? So the mom, she responded again. She said, I'm so drained and emotional. I had to watch my son get slammed to the ground while they were banging my son's head into the concrete. He was trying to get to me because I was getting jumped. He was terrified, and so was my daughter. And the little boy pulled my youngest baby hair. She was howling and crying. Y'all know, I was so hurt. I couldn't get to my kids. I feel like I failed my kids, but I also didn't want to put my hands on a minor. It's definitely a law. Y'all, I'm sitting here crying because I can still hear the cries of my kids saying, Mommy, help me. I'm hurt. I'm scared. My kids did not want to go home. I'm reading it the way she wrote it. My mama had to come get them. Yo, I'm so hurt. And for y'all people on this app claiming I was scary and bogus for not helping my kids, how could I help when they had me on the ground stomping me? And then they involved my daughter, a 12-year-old, pulled my 6-year-old daughter's hair. No, I'm not okay. I'm torn. And this is what I'm saying, where people online are just so harsh and disrespectful and vile and mean. And a lot of that stuff is our people, man. We are a lot of our people are so hateful, disrespectful, vile, mean, and our kids are copying this. Our kids are emulating this type of culture. It is what it is. It's a sad thing that that this thing happened. But if you don't deal with the culture, that's why I created the shirts Nerves Over. Y'all know, because I always believe if you could change the way that they speak, you can change the way that they see themselves. If you can change the way that they see themselves, you can change their outcomes. You can change what they manifest, right? So we gotta start changing the way that these kids think, change the way that they speak. We gotta be careful in the way that we speak around them. Right? The things that we do when we around them, because they're sponges, they're copying, they're gangbanging, they're doing all kinds of stuff that they see you do. All the things they hear you say, they're copying. And then when you see it, now all of a sudden you mad, you upset. But look at the way you carry on every day. We got to call it for what it is. We got to call it for what it is. Do they need to be held accountable? Yeah. But the whole community needs to be held accountable. It's not the school, it's not the problem. It's the people. That's the problem. And I've been saying this for years online. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.